Ship's log, entry 10-19. An arrest has been made. Realizing that the Illithids Flanderson and Henderbon were murdered by a vampire, Admiral Grice of the CC Avulsion placed St. Cecilia into custody. However, the communications officer was able to argue that the remnants of Mind Flayer culture within the fleet would be unforgiving if the wrong suspect was punished. So, the two made their way to the life support deck to await further investigation. There, the blood-cursed Earthling and the heavenly alien melded their minds. Meanwhile, Security Officer Bill Webb and Engineer Trizzy made their way to Andre's place. There, they interrogated Commodore Tesfaye, a disgruntled military man, who revealed that although he did not commit the slaying, he intended to use the opportunity to seize control of the flotilla from Admiral Grice. While Andre the Incubus, Veltari the Bozog, and Jeff, who is made of swords, were ignored, the investigators learned that the restaurant's blood supply has been the subject of repeated thefts over the past weeks. Seeking information about the vampires on the ship, Home Team paid a visit to Ophelia and Sapient Resources. She informed them that a vampire had applied for asylum aboard the vessel weeks ago, but had mysteriously stopped responding before contact could be made. This mysterious vampire, named Mathers, was on the run, in fear for their life, but appeared to be the true culprit behind the homicides. Putting all the clues together, the Velvet Foxes determined that Mathers was a bloodkiss, a vampiric beholder, who had been hiding in the garbage processing facility since sneaking aboard. While St. Cecilia and Admiral Grice plotted to spin the homicides in such a way as to prevent Commodore Tesfaye from executing a coup d'etat aboard the Avulsion, Bill Webb and Trizzy battled the vampire Mathers in the trash sector. When the dust settled, the vampiric stowaway revealed his secret. The true murderer had invited the runaway aboard to steal the vampirism and enact the slaying to justify the annihilation of the Resuvian. Baby Mathers offered their adorable, bloody assistance in tracking down the mysterious mastermind who sought the destruction of the entire peace mission.
I'm sure there was a very brief period my brain was thinking of something very interesting and distracting itself, and then I was like, wait, I'm supposed to be paying attention to something, and then here we are.
ADHD people are constantly time traveling. You're just always waking up in the future. I've noticed this.
Yeah, it's the bad time travel though. You just go forward and miss things.
Yeah, exactly. You can't like rewind it and go, I missed that thing, let's go back and check it. It's just like, nah, it's fucking quantum leap. Maybe this leap will be the leap where I leap to where I'm supposed to be paying attention.
Well, we have very high stakes today and very interesting kind of split down the middle stakes. Let me reestablish this. It's been a little bit since we all recorded. On one side, Trizzy and Bill Webb have met the blood kiss Mathers, and you're going to try to figure out who used their blood to become a vampire, and that is the killer who killed those security guards, and it's kind of solve that mystery. On the other side, we have St. Cecilia, who needs to help Admiral Grice find something to keep basically his prestige, his position at the head of this flotilla, because Commodore Tesfaye is basically going to try to overthrow him because these murders happened on his watch. And we discussed, some possibilities there, ending with King Humongous being the one that I think we were going to explore. But you never know what the dice are going to say. So we're going to jump back and forth from the attempts to solve the mystery to the attempts to keep there from being a coup in the flotilla. Because even if you find the killer, if Tesfaye takes control, he might still just blow up the Resubian, because the vampire who killed those people was on your crew.
So we've got, security cameras on the ship. So, camera technology and the ability to view back camera footage exists. Trizzy's thought is, can we hook up, sometimes a camcorder will have, a live view screen so you can see what the camera's seeing as in real time.
CCTV.
Yeah. Can we hook up like a little portable camera with a screen so that we can walk around and when someone is in the real world but not on the screen, I want this to be the equivalent of a ghost detector. Like, shit, like it's a reverse ghost detector. You're not on the screen, but you're there. You're a vampire.
Yeah, we could just put Mathers in a sack at this point. And,
maybe I have overcomplicated it, but my thought was maybe don't like parade around the ship the combination of two very dangerous things we have.
Well, up to you. How do you play it? I feel like putting this baby in a sack is Bill Webb aesthetics.
Yeah. I'm 100% down with just kind of carrying this little dude in a backpack, and for you to be the camera, I guess.
How about this? We work both at once. So we got the little dude in a backpack so that like once we think we found them, we can like get them out of the backpack and go, is this them? Just in case there's another vampire on the ship and we get the wrong one. But we have our little friend with us or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. I put Mathers in the toolkit bag, and I tie a rope around him like a leash so that he won't go far.
It's dark in here.
Yep, sure is. Sit down.
Does Trizzy have like? I'm picturing just throwing a Game Boy in the bag to keep them entertained.
Let's say we have a Game Boy. Let's just say we have
do
one.
we have like some really shitty LCD game system we could throw in the bag?
Let's just pretend. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
Okay, I'm throwing a Game Boy in the bag for Mathers.
Okay.
Mario.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. That's good, buddy.
All right. Let's start. It's basically strutting around the ship, looking for the other vampire thing.
Yeah. Where do you go?
I don't have a map. What are all the sections?
The hangar feels like a reasonable place to start because if this vampire was going to try and get off the ship during lockdown, that might have been a place they would have headed.
Let's go to the hangar.
And just have a quick peek around.
Yeah.
All right. So Bill Webb has a sack with a blood kiss playing of Game Boy inside of it. Trizzy, you have a handheld camera. You're watching a little screen. You go into the hangar, roll investigation to see if you can find a vampire.
15?
I got a 4. Not good.
15 succeeds. Trizzy, you search high and low, and I say with this roll, you have a pretty much certainty that there is no vampire in here. Everyone appears on the viewfinder. I will say you check again this ship that the killer had prepped to go, and it is still you have disabled it last episode, so that if the killer somehow escaped Pineapple Protocol, they couldn't take off immediately. So they have been unable to reach the hangar because of the protocol. This was the ticking kind of clock in the background, as if you lifted the protocol, it's just gonna have the killer escape. So
okay, right, where do we go next, Bill?
I think the bar is usually hopping, and there was blood there, or sometimes there's blood there.
all right, while you're on the way there, think about what you're talking about, because I'm going to jump over to Saint Cecilia. Cecilia, you are with Admiral Grice, and I think you are approaching King Humongous, the goblin, on his palanquin carried by the robot goblins. There's a crowd of admirers. He's giving a speech like, "Yes, peasants, I am pretty magnanimous. Some say I'm the humblest, but it's not for me to decide."
Saints is gonna say to Grace, like, you might want to let me talk to this one. I don't really know how his brain works yet, so we're just gonna have to kind of go in and see what happens, I think.
I acquiesce to your specialization, communications officer, Grice says with a little bow.
Thank you. It is weird to be given formality considering situation that just happened, but you know what? That is good.
Without protocols, what are we, beasts?
I think there are a couple other things. Tails? Do you have tail? Angels don't have tails normally.
Is it not inappropriate on your planet to ask someone if they have a tail?
No, a lot of people love it. They like showing off their tails. Very proud of them. I support that. If I had the tail, I would show it off.
It appears some cultures have much room to grow. Go on then.
I will approach. All right, hold on. I don't want to approach this little dork. He's making a big speech.
Yeah, he's just like hobnobbing with his admirers, signing things.
I guess let me get an insight check now. Does anyone care what he's doing?
Yeah, roll insight.
I rolled a 9.
9 below average. It's hard to tell. As far as you know, King Humongous has always been here and always been beloved. So it just seems like another day of people fawning over this cool, charismatic goblin.
All right. So I want to approach him and I want to get down on one knee. I don't know at what point I grabbed a cape. At some point I want to have a cape again so I can flourish it over the one bent knee and say, "My liege, I have a humble request to ask upon you, if you might bend an ear to a loyal servant."
Oh, this is incredible. I feel like last arc came down to this sleight of hand check you made with the broken arm. And this one is are you going to be able to kind of lower yourself sufficiently? Is this performance or deception? I think both are a good argument here, but...
I mean, which sounds more flavorful for you because the number is exactly the same. I will say, I think it's more performance. I'm not outright trying to lie to him yet.
All right. Yeah. Make a performance of your bending the knee.
16.
Hell yes. You genuflect pathetically. King Humongous is
Don't say it like that. I'm not like a worm.
Yes, my subject. This is the humility I crave and frankly deserve. Yes, everyone claps as you grovel.
Of course, King Humongous, you deserve all pleasures bestowed upon you and honors. You are truly magnanimous, and I would love to see that your legacy is cemented not just through the space station, but through the entire cosmos.
Well, it's only a matter of time before word of my magnificence reaches the very edge of the galaxy, but I am open to speeding up this process if you have any ideas for this, little worm.
I'm going to pause. She was about to say something, then here's little worm. And there's a pause. Let's say, imagine, if you will, visages of you, but they can walk and talk and spread your glory across all of deep space. An army of beings all crafted in your likeness.
All right. So with your 16 on your performance, you have laid the table. Here it is. To succeed in this this high stakes game, I need a persuasion roll. You're telling the truth about what your plans are, and with advantage for your previous performance.
Okay. Well, I crit on the first one, so I don't know if we need the second one.
Just a crit again to stunt.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. No, I rolled a 2 the second time, so I'm going to take the first one, the 26.
Yeah, you're going to take the first one this time.
Or it would be pretty funny if I took the 8.
Now, you succeed perfectly. You dictate what happens here because King Humongous is open to what you want, and we'll do it. What's up? How does this look?
So I want it to be played as though I am, again, in the way you're phrasing it, I am really bestowing honor upon him. I'm bringing myself low, all that sort of stuff. But in the background, I'm just rope-a-dope talking this dude into stuff he doesn't even realize. There's just enough flattery in there that he's just yeah, there should be an army of me. And getting him from ever asking important questions like what the army will be used for or anything like that. And really just kind of like, bouncing around, getting all those answers from him until he's just like, yeah, absolutely. And I don't know what I need from him. I don't know if I need like a vial of his blood or like a 3D scan of him or something like that. But, I get it.
Yeah, you're a Kaminoan and he's Jango Fett, and you're gonna try to give good Illithids an army of extremely charismatic goblins. What you need is to lead King Humongous to one of the cloning machines and scan him in there, so they have the blueprint basically that they can 3D print a bunch of them off.
Okay. I will do so. I don't know where I have these, but I crit, so I think I'm allowed to have them. I am throwing like rose petals in front of me as I lead King Humongous. So he really thinks this is like a big deal, like a big gesture being done.
Yeah, this is perfect. So the 3D printing machines are in the hangar because they're being loaded onto ships and flown over to the fleet, the Mind Flayer fleet that's out there. So I think this brilliant moment, you're throwing rose petals as King Humongous follows you and Admiral Grice to the hangar. And on the other direction, Trizzy and Bill Webb are leaving the hangar to go to the bar, and you're like passing each other as the perspective gets thrown like a football.
As we pass each other, Trizzy is going to point the camera at King Humongous just to check we're not about to create an army of vampire clones.
Yeah, no, King Humongous is unknowns to you, made out of wild magic, not a vampire. He shows it perfectly. Cool. If anything, it really captures his beauty.
Great. All right.
But what are you two talking about? And as you pass King Cecilia, or as you pass Saint Cecilia going the other way, is there anything exchanged between the two parties?
Bill is like, what are the name of those two guys again that died? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, I think.
Flundersson and Henderbon.
Right. Yeah, that's what Bill says. Bill says, what is that guy? Who are those two fools who are dead? That is what he's talking about.
That's what you say. You're like, what was the name of those two dicks?
Look, I've got it written down somewhere in my notes, but I have been. Look, does this make me a bad person? I have been casually thinking of them as Victim 1 and Victim 2, just for like ease of freeing up brain process. I'm sure they were like fleshed out people, but I didn't get to know them.
That's fair.
I would like to think, because Saint Cecilia is throwing a trail of rose petals leading King Humongous, and they have a child stuffed in a sack playing a Game Boy with a ghost hunt for a vampire, that we say nothing to each other, but acknowledge the fact that both of us seem to have things going on.
Yeah.
And we're very proud of each other.
It's like the Umbrella Academy meme with the two people in the car going by each other.
Yeah, you don't ask about my vampire camera. I don't ask about the rose petals. It's all good.
Yep. This will never be discussed. We both know we just needed to do what we had to do to get a mission completed.
Trizzy will turn back to Bill Webb and say, so, who's the person you'd least like to find out turns out to be the vampire?
Me, really?
Yeah,
worried
do you
about
have
that.
anyone that's like on your list of like, oh, it'd really suck if, I don't know, Jim from accounting was the vampire?
It'd be a real bummer if Dr. Joven turned out to be the vampire, because like that's our only doctor. I haven't seen any other medical personnel on board. Apparently, there's just this one guy who does everything one word at a time. So that would suck.
Worst case scenario, like, I don't think it could be that hard to, like, download some medical textbooks and shove them into Gronk, and, like, we could probably make a doctor that way. I don't know how much I trust, like, a computer to make decisions based on that data, but, like, we could try feeding some books in.
Might be what we have to do. Someone's gonna turn into a pile of ash, and we're gonna have to replace someone. Is all I'm saying.
As you walk by some random crew members standing around in the hall, a voice from the bag just goes, "Wario!" And they look at the bag quizzically as you walk by.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's just my Mario speak and spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna win.
Shouldn't have set it on demo mode.
Jesus.
All right. Trizzy and Bill Webb get to Andre's place investigation roll.
Okay, that'll be the same one, so I'll just go up again. Mine is 21.
Hell yeah.
Nice. And a 21 for me.
We crushed it.
Yeah. You incredibly crush it. You walk into Andre's place, hold the camera up to get like the whole diner in the viewfinder, and you see across the restaurant, there is the Commodore Tesfaye having a conversation with someone who is not there.
Oh.
And then you put down the camera, and you see across from Tesfaye in the booth is Veltari the Bozog.
Oh, that Bozog.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
So not really part of our crew, to be clear.
I mean, there is an argument. Like, if we had to, we could make an argument.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is that we basically have a couple options. One is we sort of like, we play it cool, and we go like, hey, Veltari, like, let's talk in private about something cool that we're going to give you, you know, like just to trick this Bozog into coming with us, and then, you know, capture. Or, here's the thing. I am the security chief. How many people are in this room, Austin? Basically.
Andre, Veltari, Tesfaye, and Jeff made of swords.
Okay. Bill says, I'm the chief of security. If I say, arrest that Bozog, everyone on the crew will be like, yeah. I mean, I guess I would have to roll for whatever that is.
How much do the home team know about how away team treated Veltari on the way into the Rezubian? I don't know whether any of them would know that.
Actually, last downtime, I believe the party rolled to know if anybody on the ship was untrustworthy or dangerous, and one of the success details I gave you was that Veltari was taken prisoner by the away team and potentially be disgruntled. So, you know that.
Yeah, okay, that's enough for what I was going to get to, which was, if this is someone who... Look, I'm just going to fill in the blanks. I'm guessing Veltari resents how things went down to them ending up here, doesn't trust officials, you know, leading them to places. I don't know how willing they're going to be to trust us and follow us somewhere where there aren't witnesses.
Here's a fun idea, then. Why don't you go over to Bozog, the Bozog, and just be distract him for a second, and I'll sneak up from behind him and just brain him with something and knock him out, and then I will arrest him. Basically, it's just a little bit of subterfuge and violence.
The only other thought, and again, I'm not saying no to the plan, but the only other thought I have is, Veltari is having a conversation with with Tesfaye, the big person who would really like to take control of the whole Illithid situation, and we are confirming that someone who is listed as a member of our crew did do it right in front of them. And I'm not saying no, I'm just saying that is a data point to consider.
Well, we don't have to say, like, why we're, you know, employing violence on this person, then. We can just be this is a thing, this doesn't concern you.
You're being arrested for an overdue library book.
Yep, I'm the library cop.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Is that the plan? We're gonna go and arrest Veltari under the pretense of library fights.
Yeah, you were. But the Veltari. Sorry. What is the character's name? The character's name is Veltari, and the species is Bozog.
Bozog.
Okay, yeah. Veltari the Bozog. Got it. I have it in my notes, but then I started getting second guessing myself. All right. Yeah, well, we can't just do a regular arrest. So, like, yeah, you say something or other, like, in a very unassuming way, and I will sneak up behind and just, like, what's the heaviest thing I have in my equipment?
I mean, if you need a heavy thing, I can lend you a wrench. I got plenty of them. And Trizzy starts rifling for the largest possible size, like, oversized wrench.
Okay, I take an oversized wrench. And that's the plan. I'm gonna smash the head, and then I'm gonna use my rope. I take the rope away from the eyeball, and that I'll use that as my handcuffs. All right, that's my plan.
Cool.
It's very complicated, but it's fun.
Okay.
The bartender, Andre, says, "Hey, it seems like something's wrong with your bag. Did you need to get that looked at?"
Nope. The bag is great. It is exactly the kind of bag that I want. It is moving in the right way. Thank you for your thank you for your concern, citizen.
It's undulating.
Yeah.
As the fucking Mathers just fitfully tosses and turns.
Yes, it has that old controller where you try to stand on it and it doesn't work. That's in the bag right now. All right, don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Trizzy heads over to Veltari and Tesfaye.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I want to do this? If I had to make a can I do some kind of roll to make a guess at a flavor of ice cream that Veltari would like? I know this would be a random shot in the dark, but
insight.
Insight. I want to intuit an ice cream flavor that might be a good breaking in point for conversation. Okay, that's a flat roll. Let's do that. 5.
It's not insightful at all. Uh-oh.
I bring a particularly bad flavor of ice cream. I bring like chicken flavor ice cream over to Veltari.
Oh, hey, let's speak for ourselves here. It's old rotisserie chicken flavor, left in the left in the thing too long.
Yeah, it's somehow warm despite being ice cream. It's lukewarm.
The thing about this 5 is not only is it a failure, but I think it dawns on you that all of this could have been avoided if anyone knew anything about and spent any time with Veltari. They've been a prisoner for 20 episodes, and their only interaction with party members has been almost throwing hands with Cecilia at that party.
I forget that completely, to be honest. I 100% believe you, but my brain doesn't work that way.
Oh no!
Look,
I remember this, but that's because I make notes and also I invented this character.
Plus, there's 20 NPCs. It's like Fallout New Vegas. They can't all be your companion. Some quests aren't going to happen. All right.
Anyway, Trizzy walks over and offers old rotisserie chicken ice cream to Veltari.
Veltari is a large ostrich-like creature who has a kind of beautiful plumage, looks up at you, can't take the ice cream with the feathered arms, but articulates their legs in such a way to grab it with their talons on their foot, which is a little unusual, and just icily says, "Thank you."
Trizzy is trying to hold back the thought of, I should have got blood flavored. No, I shouldn't. That would have given the game away. Fuck. It's like, hey, I realize this is probably, I don't know what flavors you like, and I picked I hit the random flavor of the day button, and that's what I got today. I'm not good at people. Do you need anything fixed today?
What I need is to leave this diner.
Okay, so while hearing that, I need to Bill needs to start sneaking. I would like to roll for stealth. Here we go. 10. Damn it. No. Oh wait, do I still have? I can't remember if I have an inspiration left or if I didn't remove that. I think I have none though. Okay, no, that's just 10.
Yeah, 10 is just average. You need more than that to sneak up on someone with heightened vampire senses.
Yeah.
So I think while Veltari is talking to you, Trizzy, Bill Webb's climbing over a booth behind this table with a bonking item, and Veltari's head just turns 180 degrees around on the flexible, ostrich neck, and just looks you right in the eyes, Bill Webb, and says, "Ah, I see."
Yeah. Dramatically announce you're getting locked up for your library book finds. Oh, make a show of it.
You didn't bring the book back. You didn't bring it back. What were you thinking? Hang on, let me tie you up here. We'll talk about your finds.
You can't even do me the dignity of telling me the truth right now. That you fucking suck, both of you.
Yep, I'm a cop.
You know what? You know what sucks? Not respecting the Dewey Decimal System and the library as an institution.
Unbelievable.
This ship took everything from me, and I'm going to kill all of you, Veltari says as you tie her hands behind her back.
Yep, that is the name of the book you failed to return.
Hey, what's going on there? Andre says as you arrest one of the patrons in the diner.
Library stuff. Library books. There are book mites, and there are overdue fees, and there's all kinds of bad stuff that happens at the library. But I take care of it. When there's a library problem, I solve it. And also my companion here is also helping me, and that is what's happening. back to your juices and drinks.
At the back of the diner, Commodore Tesfaye nods approvingly and says, "Finally, some discipline on this ship."
Yeah, it feels weird that that one of the clear, not cool characters is down with what we're doing.
That's how you know you're doing great.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Okay, let's talk in the hall. Hey,
Meanwhile, Saint Cecilia, anything before you scan King Humongous?
Yeah, Saint Cecilia is going to turn to Admiral Grice and say, okay, look, I need you to say something because I showed you everything in my mind and I did not realize how absolutely humiliating that is to do, and then the other person says nothing. So I really need to hear your thoughts.
I have the same thoughts any responsible adult would have. Taxes, global warming, love. What else is there that you would be interested in?
The part where you saw all of my memories? Where we, had that sort of exchange, one-way exchange? You know everything pretty much that I know?
So you're saying this as you're in the hangar and someone's unloading one of the scanning machines. It looks like a big MRI machine. It's like a long metal bed almost with a ring around it, and King Humongous is climbing all over it as someone's powering it up.
Yeah, those are fun. We're trying to find music for him to play. That's happening, and Saint Cecilia is has a quiet moment with Grice and is just look, I need you to say something about the fact that you saw my whole life.
You have lived longer than your brain was designed to think about. You are almost several people in succession, and there's a lot to unpack. I think you would be happier if you shared it with someone who you felt more deeply connected with. If you were an illithid, you could do what I did and initiate a sort of psionic connection.
It does sound like that would be... She kind of stops and tries to think of the word. She doesn't want to say nice, but she says interesting. Intriguing, I suppose.
So you're having this conversation outside of the cloning machine. King Humongous is finally, stopped climbing up the walls and sits still long enough for someone to push a button. It makes a bunch of noises, scans him, and you can see, because you crit on getting King Humongous here. I was looking for a 15 for him to agree. With the crit, I'm going to give you something else, which is the cloning machine scans him, and instead of giving you the blueprint to make goblin ceramorphs, which is you put a illithid tadpole in a goblin and you get a little cute goblin mind flare. The machine lets you know King Humongous is made out of wild magic. So this, Cecilia, you're now ground zero for this information of the true nature of King Humongous. But I'm giving you something you can use, which is that this can be utilized by the 3D printer in another way. In fact, here's how I'm tying everything together. Normally we print 3D humanoid bodies, then you put the tadpole inside. But no one has ever printed a tadpole to put inside of a person. And, why would you need that? What does that accomplish?
On to a certain extent, does that not, though, rip out a person's brain? I mean... I know one person who'd be to the moon about this news, but I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing for her.
Well, this is the thing is that, when you do it the one way, a conscious tadpole into unconscious body, or like tadpole with a mind into humanoid body without a mind, you have one mind at the end. If you do it the opposite way, you would still have one mind at the end. So if you want to make a illithid tadpole for Dot, that is an option now, basically, because you scan King Humongous and it's like, wow, we have all those wild magic data. We could print something with wild magic, and you can do that in the shape of a tadpole, and it won't have a mind or a soul. It'll just be the biological information that can be injected into someone, so they'll undergo ceramorphosis. And to dovetail this into the conversation we're having, Admiral Grice is saying, if you, Saint Cecilia, undergo this process, become a vampire illithid, then you could, access your full mind, share your memories with someone, create a hive mind, get, this connection you're looking for, can be done this way, that your normal brain cannot access all your memories.
Wow. Can I get the machine to print out 2 of those?
Absolutely. So, yeah, you've succeeded with flying colors on your mission. Admiral Grice is like, this will assure my place in illithid history, being able to print tadpoles without minds and take the willing outside of the hive mind into our society. This is groundbreaking. Tesfaye could never get my crew to mutiny now. Thank you. King Humongous is just like, suck it, losers, and runs away.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye, little rascal. Like all the pomp and circumstance is done now.
I had a passing thought, but I think I've talked myself out of it. My passing thought when you were talking about like making an illithid tadpole for Dot wasn't part of the appeal initially. I'm feeling incredibly nihilistic and I just want to not think anymore and just be illithid. But then I remembered, yeah, maybe that was part of it, but part of it is also she's just fucking obsessed with illithids, and maybe that'll be enough for her to be like, I'm an illithid now, yay!
Yeah, I'm not a clinical psychiatrist. I don't know if that's what's best for her, but you can now make that dream come true if you want. It's on the table in a way it wasn't before. And I will just reiterate, in the same way that, the human bodies that are normally cloned are mindless and soulless, the reverse would be true. Dot would still be Dot in a way she simply wouldn't have if she had succeeded in the first arc. She'll just have tentacles and psychic powers.
Can I turn to Grice and say, congratulations. I hope that this bodes well for everything that our mission is attempting to do. I might have a small favor to ask you. And I think maybe cut there because I'm not 100% certain if I'm allowed to do what I'm about to do, but we'll find out later.
All right, yeah, sick. Love this cliffhanger. Trizzy and Bill Webb, you have Veltari, the vampire Bozog, in custody. She's not resisting. You're walking her into the hallway outside the diner.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what we could do is, turn this Veltari in and then avoid this huge diplomatic disaster. I feel like this character has some sort of backstory that I don't know, but Bill is just fine with turning, with just the arrest. But if you want to say something,
the short version, the very first episode of the Away Team, there was a group of these bozogs making space NFTs, and a big space station exploded, and Veltari was there was one escape pod, and Veltari was given the extra seat on it, kind of as, we'll help you escape, kind of a little bit as prisoner, slightly. Just a little bit. There were a lot of threats to eat her brain.
Okay. Well, I mean, she was into NFTs, so I have no sympathy. Never mind. Sound good.
Yeah, Trizzy, once we're out of the room, Trizzy is going to sort of turn and go, look, you seem very willing to comply with having been arrested or whatever. You killed a couple of people, and now this entire ship is at risk of getting exploded. I'm sure you understand that.
Understand this. Veltari tries to kick you in the crotch.
Oh wow!
Oh no!
Why? So mean.
But, wait,
19.
yeah, that's gonna hit.
That's 4 damage, but more importantly, the rust monster constellation glints outside the window, and you lose an AC.
Does my unstable backlash go off because I took damage?
Oh my god, yes.
Uh-oh.
Veltari does not know about the wild magic.
Yeah, this was just a normal crotch kick.
Oh god, yeah, Veltari's gonna think that she kicked this into me. I've been overtaken with an ominous sense of dread.
Oh, lovely.
I'm just fucking terrified right now. I don't know what it is. Something fucking scary out here. It was a terrifying kick. I don't like it.
Can we roll for initiative? Like, is this a fight now? I'd like to, get in the mix.
I mean, I was gonna try and find out what Veltari wanted, but I'm scared.
Right. I'm not gonna kill this person. Instead, I am going to if Veltari is not resisting, I adjust the ropes to also tie Veltari's legs, to just hog tie Veltari, and I guess we're just dragging Veltari down the hall. No more kicking.
Oh my.
No more kicking for you.
Trizzy shrinks away. Bill Webb ties Veltari the rest of the way up. She's just like, you jackbooted fascist as you begin dragging her down the hallway.
You kicked my friend into cowardice, so you've lost your rights. Bill says to Trizzy, "Get it together," and then just keeps dragging down the hall.
Yeah, no. Trizzy is like magically compelled to dread and concern in a way that, like, I would like to think is like visibly uncharacteristic. Like something. I would hope that it's clear something's up. Like Trizzy would usually be the one to be like, "Nah, fuck you," and start a fight because like that kick usually wouldn't go unpunished.
Trizzy, what is your entire deal right now? What is happening to you?
Sorry.
Oh no.
When I take damage now, stuff happens. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's like this. It's not super fun.
Okay, I'll do all the heavy lifting here, literally. You just follow behind. Yep.
Okay, I will for now. If you need me and this is like stopping me being effective, if you need to, just punch me and like it'll probably cycle out.
Oh wow, let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, you're just gonna do it now. You're just
Yep.
gonna hit it out of me.
Bill, not realizing exactly how wild magic works, says that sounds like a great idea, and just sort of like thwaps with just a wing. So I guess I roll for that.
Yeah, just roll your damage as if you're doing a weapon attack.
Oh shit! Oh, I see. All right. Well, then.
Oh no! Scary.
Hold still. This is like Scream, where you just stand still and I stab you. All right. Here we go. This is fun. 9. It was the lowest it could be, though.
Okay, that's all right. I can live with that. I can manage that. Okay, so that will replace the current wild magic.
The new wild magic is you're even more scared.
And you just have to stab Trizzy to death in the hallway.
Okay, so I will tell you what it would normally do, but it doesn't have any applications outside of combat, I don't think. What I'd written down for this was temporal bubble. For 2 rounds, roll dice, see the results, and can change your mind post-roll.
Yeah, so it sounds like what happens is you take Veltari into the hallway, you start trying to talk to her, she kicks you, you're overwhelmed with fear. Bill Webb ties Veltari up, and then to keep you from having a full-blown panic attack, just stabs you, and then after a moment, the fear drains out of you, and you're back to yourself.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah. If I was in combat, I'd be seeing through time, but there's no time to see through right now, so we're all good.
Okay. Then Bill says, "Okay, now that you're back, help me drag this prisoner."
Oh yeah, no, of course. Yeah. While we're dragging you, you were aware that you were gonna like everyone was gonna die for this, right?
Yeah, I'm getting revenge. You blew up my space station and killed all my friends. I'm blowing up your ship, killing all your friends.
As I understand it, your space station blew up of its own accord, and
NFTs are a perfect technology. That's impossible. Your people overloaded it.
I didn't explode anyone yet.
Look. NFTs are not a stable technology. I do not trust your ability not to have just blown yourself up, if that's what the report says. Also, you realize you would die in this too?
You've never heard of a carbon offset. You don't know what you're talking about. Have fun being poor.
Oh god.
Oh my
okay,
god.
yeah, no, I'm so ready to just like absolutely throw. Like, I was really hoping there was gonna be something more to you, but no. Okay, yeah, you are gonna burn for those murders. You did some murders. That's on you.
Yeah. So Bill Webb was almost killed by Mathers last episode. Was pretty badly drained. So both of you are like down to the dregs of your resources, which is interesting. So you're gonna drag the prisoner, presumably to the hangar to hand over to the Illithids because they need the person who killed their crew members, which is where Saint Cecilia is. So anything you want to do, Cece, before the party reunites for the end of the arc?
So, crazy day.
Oh my god.
Is it a challenge for you to like handle everyone on your ship? Because it's pretty crazy over here.
In what way can a solar cycle be declared mentally ill?
You know, like if the weather's bad or something.
There's no weather in space, Saint Cecilia.
I get that. I'm just trying to kind of make small talk. You know, feels like there's a weird vibe right now between us. I feel like, I don't know if they have it in your culture, but it's like if I sent you a nude and then you left me on red, it just feels like you should say something.
What is this nude you speak of? Can
I'm
you
not, nope.
Send me one so I can understand the cultural context.
Insight, does he know what a nude is?
Roll to see if the alien admiral knows what a nude is.
22.
Wow.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think Admiral Geist does, and he is playing with you. He is he's a very formal, like stuffy person with a very dry sense of humor. So he understands that you're using idioms and is just fucking with you.
Okay, that is not the claim to make so brazenly that could be considered harassment. I might have to report you to HR.
Yes, under the circumstances, that would be the proper thing to do. Communications Officer Saint Cecilia, I commend your adherence to protocol. Well done. And he claps you on the shoulder, probably too hard and like a little too close to the neck. Like doesn't quite know where to hit you to do this.
So he just
tradition.
like karate chops me. Like knocks me out.
Yeah, that's the scene is Bill Webb and Trizzy dragging Feltari into the hangar, and you just see the Admiral karate chop Cecilia awkwardly.
Okay. We might as well just let them know what's going on instead of. I mean, this isn't a secret. Okay. Bill says, "Hey, everybody," and presumably after they look, Bill plops Veltari onto the ground and said, "Case closed. We have found the vampire."
I don't think half the people here know that there's a vampire.
Admiral Grice is actually following you to this, Saint Cecilia, and as you're making a big show of throwing Veltari onto the floor, the Admiral says, "I do not know that this is well advised, Security Officer Bill Webb," and people are like crowding around now.
Well, I've decided it is. I'm the law here, and I've concluded that, and we have concluded, and I sort of like rope in our companions here. We've all concluded.
Oh no! Trizzy looks to you and goes, "No, we had no conversation about this. This is on you."
Admiral Grice puts a hand on your shoulder, Saint Cecilia, and says to you, in your mind, psychically, my crewmates will kill this prisoner if given the chance. The only way to save the Razubian is to get her to the Evulsion before she is murdered.
The Evulsion is their ship?
That is Admiral Grice's flagship, yes.
Okay.
We sure are in a situation all of a
hold on.
sudden.
I have to think. Fuck it. All right, I like to think Cecilia is going to like get down and sort of like find a way to very quickly like remove the ropes on Veltari's feet and like help her up, and to be like, the Bill Webb, always such a silly little goofster. Now we have to get you aboard. So Bill Webb, no more of your practical jokes, you know?
That's me. I'm known for jokes.
Okay. This might be the moment for, if we need a distraction to help you get Veltari out of here. Trizzy's going to use disguise self to appear to be another Veltari.
Everyone's looking at you.
Yeah. We'll just sort of run around in circles for a second. They won't know who's who.
Oh, we're doing a thing.
I mean, Trizzy's gonna try and do a thing.
Oh, you do the Homer Simpson Krusty the Clown move?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, so Trizzy uses disguise self magically. Your suit hums with some kind of magic, and you appear as Veltari. And then Veltari says, "Oh no, the prisoner's escaping!" and kicks you in the face.
Yep, that is fine. I just need to be a distraction for long enough. Oh.
I crit.
Okay, so what is that? How much damage is that gonna do?
This is supposed to be just like a fun little aside.
4, so not that much, but yeah, I mean, Veltari's, just got her feet unbound, and you're doing some weird shit.
Okay, well, rest of the team, this is your opening to get Veltari out of here while I have wild magic pop off again and find out what kind... There's some good distractions that could pop off in here.
Yeah.
I have to roll a d10.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Boy.
Okay. That is 3, and it is odd. Trizzy's age goes down by 3 years.
Okay. Just so one little wrinkle disappears.
Yeah.
You distract everyone, you're like, I'm a teen heartthrob now.
Yeah, no, Trizzy... I think Trizzy mainly notices this in, like, that one knee that feels a bit bad when it's a little bit, like, the air conditioning's a bit too high and that knee starts to ache. And that's been the case for like 2 years. Knee's feeling good now. No. Feeling mildly more energetic.
All right, so to be super clear about the stakes, as this arc ends, Admiral Grice says to his troops, "Let's load up these cloning devices. We have an important medical discovery made, and we have to get back to the ship." And Grice, looks at all of you and like nods to Cecilia. He's gonna delay his people for as long as he can, because they're gonna try to murder the Veltari, who killed their beloved co-workers Flenderzon and Henderbon. To win, you need to get Veltari alive to the Evulsion. If Veltari dies, everyone dies.
Okay. Just so I'm clear, because I think I may have missed part of the reason. Why does he specifically need Veltari alive? Is it just so he can punish her?
Yeah, so that the hive mind can, the Illithid fleet can read her mind and know that she did the murders, and that can close the case.
Okay, that's why I just needed to check on. All right, I would like to sort of throw my cape around Veltari and just start trying to move towards the ship as fast as I can.
Yeah, so you have previously disabled this ship.
Trizzy understands machinery and has probably fixed several components of this, and
Yeah.
at the very least, probably has a vague understanding of what is what and, on paper, how it works.
All right, perfect. So you all get in this nautiloid and set the controls for the Evulsion flagship of the Illithid fleet, you need to drop the Pineapple Protocol to leave the hangar.
Shit. Okay. I forget the word we used to do it, but I'm sure my character did not. That's the important thing.
Before we drop it, can I roll an insight on Veltari? Like, is this seems like they've been very cooperative with all of this. Are they just waiting for that thing to be lifted before they go fucking ape shit?
Yeah, you can roll insight. I will say I think you Googled what's the opposite of pineapple, Leon, and
right.
It said the internet said like peanut or something.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yes. I couldn't remember. All right.
I rolled
go ahead.
I rolled a 12 for insight.
Joe. You see Viltari just like laugh as obviously Trizzy just had her bell rung by being kicked in the face. As far as you can tell, she's just been Joker-fied.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
She's literally just like, hey, I blame. As far as I'm concerned, your ship's crew like murdered everyone I know and blew up the ship. So like, I'm just gonna explode the place even if I go down with it.
I'm just gonna kick everyone in the face or the crotch until it's all done. That's a way to live.
A lot of kicks.
With only an average insight roll, I can't give you anything about her future plans, but I will clarify something about Veltari's actions so far, because obviously she was planning on just killing Flinderzon and Henderbon and then escaping on the Nautiloid, but the Pineapple Protocol stranded her in Andre's place, right? So you disabling the shuttle, while actually a pretty clever move in a world where the Pineapple Protocol doesn't exist, has only kind of messed you up because you're trying to use it now. So two things. One is that while you're taking off here in a second, after you lower the protocol, it takes a little bit to get the engine started. Trizzy has a shipwright ability. I'm not even gonna make her roll, so she can fix anything that's wrong with it. But imagine like she like starts the engine, it stalls, she has to pull some plugs out and restart the engine, push some buttons and stuff, try again. Just there's a couple minutes that you're sitting on the launch pad not taking off. This is like the consequence of earlier sabotaging this nautiloid. And the other thing is, I just want to clarify, Veltari has been alternating between being compliant and then kicking you, basically try to goad you into killing her, right? Because her original plan was just escape on the nautiloid. I win, everyone dies. A+ victory. But now that she's busted, her only hope is that you kill her, and then the mind flayers can't do their sadistic traditional justice, and then they have to blow up the Rezubian to be satisfied. So the way she wins is by you killing her.
All right, I'll look to Bill Webb. You can bring it down.
Oh, okay, sorry. Peanut.
All right. And so the way this arc ends, you say Peanut, the energy barrier at the end of the hangar opens. Everyone within the Rezubian is now free to move. All the dominoes are set up however they're set up, and we're living with it as you exit the hangar. In front of you, you can see 36 ships of various sizes and shapes floating there. The Evulsion is like the most heavily armed one. It has a bunch of, laser blasters and missile ports and stuff. It by itself would probably kill the Rezubian on a one-on-one fight, let alone all the other ships. And you're going there. It's going to take, a couple minutes to fly over there. What do you do or say during this journey?
How long has Veltari always been vampire?
Oh my god, do you have the sack with Mathers in it?
Oh, of course we do. Of course we have the Mathers sack.
But yeah, if Saint Cecilia says how long has Veltari been a vampire, at this point, Mathers comes floating out of the sack and says, "Hello," and just like floats up to your face.
Oh, hello. And who is this? Saint Cecilia is going to say, kind of looking around. She is like very curious, but she's putting on a face of like, oh, this is a friendly thing, I assume.
This is Mathers, a cute little innocent baby who is in no way responsible for the crimes of anyone else involved in what's gone on today.
His name is what?
Mathers.
No, I was just making an Eminem reference.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Friend? Mathers reaches out for Cecilia's face with his tentacles, each tipped with a bunch of like razor sharp suckers. It's a pretty terrifying thing to see coming towards your face.
Maybe for you. Saint is going to say, absolutely. My name is Saint Cecilia. Can I pick up on the fact that this is someone afflicted with vampirism?
Yeah, I mean this ride in the Nautiloid is going to be long enough for everyone to catch up. We don't have to go through step by step. But I think Mathers puts a tentacle on your face and just starts drinking from your cheek if you allow it.
Uh-oh.
Do I know medically is that an issue? But I don't think it should be that much of one. But
no,
I just want to make sure mixing one kind of vampirism with another doesn't cause like a super vampire or something.
Not that you're aware.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna let him do it.
All right, you take 4 damage. I rolled 4, and like a child or a small animal imprinting on you is immediately like best friend.
Okay. I will turn and hold him in my lap, as I assume he just has like a tendril up on my face, draining my blood, and just say, so it was a productive mission on your half?
Yes. We learned a lot of answers. I made a vampirism detection camera. That was pretty good.
Oh.
Plus, we got the vampire, and I almost blew it.
This little one kept making Mario noises in the sack, and that was like fun to come up with excuses for.
Do you like Mario?
I want to drink him.
Well, we will have to have a long conversation about the ethics of that later, but my favorite one is Yoshi.
Mathers is like futilely grasping at the screen with the sucker tendrils trying to suck Mario out of the screen. Twink him!
Keep going, you're very close. Keep at it.
Veltari just like rolls over in the seat obnoxiously, like falls onto the floor just to be fucking annoying.
Miss Veltari, I don't know if this means much, but I apologize that we did not get to share much time together.
I should have killed you at that party.
Yeah, lots of things probably should have happened, but ultimately, I apologize. Perhaps we have been, we were negligent of your situation, to which I still don't really fully understand the mechanics of, but it seems like we were responsible for your well-being, and we failed you.
You sure did. You want to apologize a little closer? Maybe bring your jugular or carotid closer for some kind of apology inspection?
No, I think from here is pretty good.
Mather speaks up. My mommy tried to kill me and I ran away, and then my friend took my blood, and just points at Veltari.
I don't know if she is your friend, but you should be well taken care of now, little man.
She says she was friend. That was my first friend.
Would you like to make a lot of friends?
Can I drink them?
Not without their consent.
No friends. Only you.
Okie dokie then. This is thing to work out a little bit later.
I mean, surely you want at least one other friend, because this one's got Mario.
Can I get perception checks from everybody?
I rolled an 8. That's a bad score.
14.
20 and 14, Bill Webb, you hear some kind of noise from another part of the ship. There's just like a thunk and a screech. The party only got above average, so there's something to investigate. That's all you know with 20.
Okay, Bill says, I heard a thunk. I don't know what the thunk was, but we should go investigate. But typically, if we split up, that's bad. If the thunk is bad, so maybe maybe a couple of us can go look.
I mean, if so, I should probably be. I am flying the thing. If I wasn't flying the thing, I should probably go check, because I'm good at fixing up ships, and if it's like something's damaged us, I should probably be on that.
Okay.
I can go check it out. really quick.
I'll go with and make sure our prisoner is super tied up.
All right, so Bill Webb and Saint Cecilia are going to go check out the noise and leave Trizzy flying the ship. That's correct?
Part of me suddenly wondering whether someone should be left with me, so that I'm not just alone with someone who might attack me while I'm trying to fly a ship.
Bill can definitely stay behind if that's the plan. I was just wondering because both I feel like both options are dangerous, but Bill can stay behind. I guess.
I got little man with me. Nothing bad can happen to the baby.
Fine.
Austin's not going to hurt Grogu.
All right. So one more time, what is this? What is the split here?
Saint Cecilia is going to get up and go investigate the sound.
Yeah, the rest are staying behind on the bridge or whatever.
All right, Saint Cecilia investigation to investigate the sound.
Okay. A 19.
Hell yeah. 19, you carry Mathers to the back of the ship where the thunk is. You see that there are sparks coming from a panel. It appears someone ripped some stuff out. There's like a small fire like starting like deeper into the guts if you like pull back the panel. Someone's sabotaging the ship you're on.
Okay. I'm first going to tell Mathers to go back to your duck friend. You may not drink him, but he can get you, I don't know, a blood juice box. I'm sure they have them. So I'm going to make sure Mathers gets somewhere safe.
Wait, so you're at the back of the ship. We're in bullet time.
Yeah.
You are now sending Mathers away from you separately?
Oh, God. I can't bring him into there's like a fire, right?
There's a small fire. With the 19, you caught it before it got worse. The whole ship could have been dead in the water in space. Okay. But
does it seem like this is something I could just like easily put out?
Yeah, you're here. You got it.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to find this person, whoever's sabotaging the ship. I'm going to pull out my rapier.
Perfect. The question is, do you still have Mathers with you?
Yeah. I can't send him away in a situation where we don't know where people are. I believe I can protect him. I'll die for this. I'll die for Grogu, Austin.
Is it my mommy? She tried to eat me.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Up in the front of the cabin, we got Trizzy, Veltar, and Bill Webb. Is there anything you do or say while Cecilia goes off to investigate?
Do we have anything stronger than rope to tie Veltari up with for the
great
time
question.
being? These legs really seem to be squirming.
Yeah, I root around in the, I'm gonna say, drawers or whatever, or of this part of the ship, and look for something like maybe chains.
It has always tickled me that we're in this like futuristic sci-fi setting, and the way we've apprehended every criminal so far has been to tie them up with rope. Like there's no future handcuffs or anything like that. It's just fucking hog tying people.
I probably should have asked at the beginning if part of my equipment could be just a pair of handcuffs, but it did not cross my mind. So yeah, I root around. Do I find anything, Austin?
Actually, what I'll say is Veltari is super tied up. You can, no problem, find more things to tie her up more. She can't get any more tied up than tied up. She's, I think, just like mockingly, just like on the floor, just like singing, I love you, you love me, I'm going to kill your whole family.
It's terrible.
I'm really regretting letting him suck on my blood and taking out like an eighth of my health now.
Yep. Everyone's taking damage. Everyone's low on stuff. We're getting down to it. Can I get a strength saving throw from everybody?
Oh, shit.
Okay. You're not going to like it. Or maybe I won't like it.
If you must.
8.
4.
And we're looking for the lowest number, right?
12?
All right, the whole ship shudders as someone has ripped something else out of the innards. They're just sneaking around, sabotaging the ship. Everyone fails, which means when the whole ship spins wildly, just basically it goes like a 360 barrel roll. Everyone is startled. No one can hold on. You're all jostled. Trizzy, you like buck against the harness. Bill Webb falls down. Veltari goes sliding across the floor. And in the back, Cecilia, you like trip, fall down. Mathers kind of rolls out of your hands, and you see someone step into the room. It is an illithid wearing a security uniform and holding a gun. You don't know this person.
Oh.
Laura?
Is this the one that Trizzy had a tussle with?
Absolutely, the one you knocked out with a wrench. Who is now coming to get revenge, and levels the rifle at you, Cecilia, and says, "You can walk away. I'm just after the goblin. Live or die, your choice."
Okay. I will. I'm not going to put my sword away, but I'm going to kind of like lower it and be like, I don't quite understand what you are looking for right now, but I am on the side of your captain, Admiral Grice, and we are following his orders right now.
Your goblin is some kind of necromancer. Summon the spirit of my dear departed Martha. And I'm going to paint this ship with your brains. Throw your sword to me.
Oh, sorry about that. That's probably because you hit me. Weird stuff happens when people hit me. Mm-hmm. Go on, try it again. You might see something happier this time.
Okay, you're not here now. We'll get to you in a second. You can yell this at him. Cecilia, you're on your knees. Your sword is like in your hand. Mathers is on the floor looking up at you.
Okay. I would like to respond to the necromancy thing by just saying, like, I don't know what that means, but okay. And I would like to check to make sure Mathers is okay.
Yeah, you reach out to him and he says, "I fell down."
Yes, we all did. We all made an oops.
Sword now, sword now, sword now, the illithid says, turning the gun to full auto.
All right, yeah. I'm going to try an insight check on this guy. And I'm going to attempt to do it against their deception. And if so, I would get the insightful fighting bonus, basically. I'm going to try to set myself up if I'm going to fight this dork.
All right, let's see.
11. Not good.
11.
I believe I get the tie.
Yes, no, you have the higher bonus.
Oh, yay. Okay, so I know I've seen through this fool's like 8 fucking moves or whatever. So I'm going to strike at him and I'm going to try to like rip his stupid like trigger finger off or something like that. I basically want to attack this guy.
That is not going to hit. This is a heavily armored head of security for the Evulsion. So you swing the sword into his chest. It glances off his armor, and he's going to try to shoot you. 7 misses. The shoots wildly, hits the window of the ship, puts a hole in it.
God damn it.
Vacuum breach. All the instruments on your panel light up. Trizzy, the vacuum of space is trying to take everybody out.
Okay, what do I do about that?
It's a great question. Yeah, so it is, I guess, technically Cecilia's turn in the combat, but if Bill Webb or Trizzy want to react to the fact that all the alarms are blaring,
if there are alarms going off, I would think that Bill would go check it out.
Yeah, Trizzy is like trying to speed up the ship in any way possible while going like, "Okay, fix it. Get on top of it. There's something going wrong. There's something very, very wrong here. Go on. This is a problem."
Yeah, Bill charges in the other direction at duck speed to see what's going on.
All right, Bill Webb, athletics, and Trizzy, I need another vehicle proficiency.
Athletics.
I said proficiency, weird. I said proficiency.
It was cute. I loved it.
That's the way Sean Connery says it. I need proficiency.
Okay. I gotta do a vehicle roll, right? Okay.
21. Athletics.
11?
Yeah, so Okay, so here's the situation. Saint Cecilia, you are asked for your sword. You instead do a diving attack. It glances off the armor of the head of security, who shoots wildly, breaching the window of the nautiloid. Now everyone is like, the vacuum of space is trying to suck everyone out. Bill Webb with a 21, you start running, like flap, 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 on your little duck feet to get back there. You see the struggle, in the distance. You're about to get there. Trizzy with an 11, you try to right the ship and you overcorrect and start moving erratically in a way that you get a hail from the Evulsion, which says, "Attention, ship. You're not cleared for docking. Your integrity has been compromised. Please stop. Come to a halt, or you will be shot down for our safety."
Oh God!
Do you have anyone that we can speak to that outranks the security officer?
Admiral Grice and Commodore Tesfaye are the only ones who outrank the head of security.
Can you contact Admiral Bryce at all with your big satellites? Get them on the call.
Persuasion? I mean, you might just be trying to buy time to ram the ship, for all they know.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not great at persuasion, but let's, Can I and my negative modifier, that's a 5.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say, negative. Stop immediately or we'll be shot down.
Okay, Trizzy does pull to a halt, but does continue to be on the radio and goes, "We are currently under attack by your security officer, who is under mistaken pretenses. I am not attempting to approach your ship, but we need contact from Admiral Bryce to speak to the security officer who is currently trying to attack us. We are here on Admiral Bryce's orders."
Saint Cecilia, it's your turn in the order. Bill Webb's coming, but it's your turn.
Fuck, I gotta stop this guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this guy and try to end his hostilities first, before shit just gets worse, hopefully. So no, a 10 I don't think hits either. I try to swing and the suction just is making it impossible to get a clean hit in.
Absolutely, and this head of security is going to once again try to shoot you. 15.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right, we're in it now. End of the arc. 9 damage.
Ouchie, ouchie. Not good.
Yep. Bill Webb, you have arrived on the scene. You see Saint Cecilia stumble and then get shot by an illithid with a gun. She stumbles back. The constellation of the rust monster grins wickedly. Your AC goes down by 1. Cecilia.
Yeah.
We're back to Bill Webb. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I am going to stab this fool. That is my plan. Let's see. And this 22.
Hell yes. That hits.
All right. 10.
All right, yeah. So you just run in all feathers and fury and just ram your knife into the security officer who howls. And we're back to Cecilia.
Yeah, I gotta take this guy down. So I'm gonna make an attack. This one's a 21. Does that hit?
That sure hits.
That is going to be 26 damage.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay, so from one side, Bill Webb rams the knife into this guy and then, distracted by the pain, doesn't see you run in full force, just impale him with your cool rapier. Actually, is this your first time using your new one? Can we talk about what this looks like again? Because it's got it upgraded.
Yeah, it's so our original one was a glowing rapier that had a crimson glow to it. This one stays crimson for a moment, but then cycles through all the clown colors, the colors of the rainbow. And when it hits somebody, it makes a honking sound. I can't do it on Discord because Discord cuts me out, but it's like a.
All right, yeah, that's a ton of damage, and although this head of security still has HP, he is pretty demoralized by this very painful turn of events. Turns to the other side window and just tries to blow it fully out.
God, you fucking dickhead. I don't know what this man's name is, but
wow.
it sucks. He's a fucking dork.
20, you're all going into space. Bye-bye.
What is our
Rat-a-tat.
roll?
I mean, yeah, I guess dexterity save to not get sucked into space.
that everyone?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. The ship depressurizes completely.
17.
20.
16.
Oh my lord, everyone succeeds. Oh, except for the head of security.
Yes! Yes!
Fuck him.
I was gonna say, because we all succeeded, can we like add the group success together to keep Mathers also safe and on the ship?
Yeah, I'm keeping Mathers.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so this is a very funny turn of events. So the security guard's like, my trump card, I'm taking you all with me. Shoots out all the windows with the assault rifle, gets yoinked out into the void, and the rest of you just like grab a guardrail and stand
I was
under
gonna
it.
say, can we all see him about to fire at the window, and we all just grab something nearby, and then he shoots it out and just gets sucked out?
100%. Trizzy, you just like click your safety belt in or something.
Trizzy is going to use this moment to grab the radio and go, you may see on your scanners that there is now a person floating outside of our ship. That is your security officer. I'm telling you this as a courtesy, you might want to go get them. We're happy to bring them in to you if you give us clearance to do so now that we're no longer having our windows shot out and depressurized.
10-4 pilot, we will confirm and get back to you shortly.
Cool. Can we approach, please? If we do so very slowly, when we're exposed to the vacuum of space, and that is a problem for us, and we would really like to be not in that.
Our sensors indicate that you do not have the structural integrity to make the final approach. Please repair your ship before you bring it in. And Trizzy, you can look at your instruments and you see that, like, yeah, if you tried to fly now, you're probably going to blow the whole ship up. You need to stop and fix it.
I'm just getting confirmation that once we have fixed the integrity, we are clear to approach, correct?
We'll get back to you, pilot. We're going to check out your claim.
Okay, Trizzy leaves the controls and starts going to do shipwright feature. I'll patch it. Yeah, Trizzy's good at repairing the spaceships. Now, on paper, there is like a number of hit points I'm restoring to the ship. I don't know whether you have a number in mind for ship HP or whether this is just... We'll get a sense of how good a job Trizzy's done by flavor. But I get to restore hit points to the hull of a vehicle equal to 5 times my proficiency modifier, which would be 15.
Yeah, and the security officer shot the ship up for, I think, 20 damage, so 15 of that is almost back to normal. I'm going to say that because this is your background feature, it's free, it doesn't require a roll, it's just a thing you get, so you can just describe it to me.
The ship does have to be stationary, which does help that we were forced to stop. I cannot do this while, like, in motion in the ship. But yeah, I think this is Trizzy in her element. There is a ship and it needs a patch job repair to get it going as quickly as possible, nice and efficiently. So I think the way that this works is Trizzy is, like, making a lot of, like, bodge job connections here. There's a lot of things that, like, if you want this ship to last a good, like, 30 years and pass all of its safety inspections that you would do that would take a while to repair it, but Trizzy's like, I'm just going to connect this hose to this pipe to this thing over here, and, like, we're not using a filter that's probably, like, going to extend the ship's warranty, but, like, it's going to get it moving, and that's good enough for now. So it doesn't look in great shape, but she's getting enough of it together to, like, for the time being, safely operate. Just at the expense of probably some fumes are hitting some things that shouldn't be exposed to high temperatures, but, like, that's not going to be a problem for a while.
All right, Trizzy, you're fixing up the ship to try to get it space-worthy again. Cecilia and Bill, are you up to anything in particular? This is, last hit point dice rolling or anything else? Thoughts?
I will go collect Mathers and make sure he's okay.
Friend slaps a tentacle right onto your face.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely.
I wipe some illithid blood off my knife and clean it up. Make sure it looks real pretty. It's important. And that's the main thing I do right now.
I don't want to bother Trizzy because they are working.
She can multitask. She'll be fine.
Cecilia is just going to say, so that was an insane man who said you practice necromancy?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I got locked in the basement with this man, and I think he shot me, and then he started seeing the ghosts of like his dead loved ones, and then I think I hit him around the head and just like left him behind a closet or something. His response to the Pineapple Protocol was like, release the protocol right now, or like I will murder you to get out of here because like I can't reach my captain. And I get it. As a security officer, not being able to contact your captain and being locked in a scary room down in the basement of a ship is probably not great. But also that does mean that he was like snooping around the bottom of the ship like without reason previously. And yeah, I may have taken advantage of the fact that he was seeing like tormentuous visions of loved ones. It gave me an opportunity to get out of there and get helping find the vampire. I've had a day.
Is that just a thing that you can do?
Yeah.
Is that you can make people see their dead loved ones?
Not intentionally. Oh, you went around. Okay. Okay. There's someone called Wendy on the ship that has wild magic. We were working on a project together, and now I have wild magic, and now anytime anyone hits me, something happens. Earlier today I got, it just made me very scared. Sometimes it makes people see their dead loved ones. I'm pretty sure it made me, like, a few years younger earlier today. Like, my dodgy knee's fine now. Like, I don't need to use the knee pad to kneel down to do the sprocket wrenching anymore, which is really nice.
Oh, maybe you made King Humongous then.
Maybe.
Well, I found out he was made with wild magic today.
Oh, maybe I did. I
don't know what it is. In my mind, he's just always been around, but I can now objectively say that magic is probably messing with my memories, which is a thought I don't want to really think about too much.
I apologize. It might have been me. It might have been Wendy. All I know is I didn't know how to speak duck before, like, a day or so ago, and now I'm fluent in duck, and my knee doesn't hurt anymore.
I guess the important thing from this whole conversation is knowing that dude has always sucked, so this is not like a big loss on our end. And she's gonna say, she points out the window to the floating head of security.
Trizzy stops and just looks down at her overalls and just says, "Where did I get my overalls from?"
All right, so Trizzy and Cecilia are having this conversation. Bill Webb's cleaning his knife. That's correct?
Yep.
All right, so this repair job takes a while, and none of you have eyes on Veltari.
Oh my god, I hate Veltari so much.
I thought it was established that Veltari is all tied up, but
she absolutely was all tied up. That is correct.
Okay. Shit. Well, in that case, I guess Bill should go check on the prisoner.
Yeah, roll investigation, because when the ship started rolling and flipping, she slid away like some kind of hot dog on a counter.
I knew we should have tied her up more.
Yes, I hog tied her and everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's extremely tied up. All right, so you don't find her right away. What happens is you spend some time looking. Trizzy's fixing up the windows, and Cecilia and her are having a conversation. You look in the hallway. You look in a cabin. You're looking around. This ship isn't that big, but it has a couple rooms. And eventually, you start hearing what sounds like a hacking noise, like a cat trying to hack up a hairball. And so you follow that to Veltari, who's in the bathroom. I think sitting in the small utility shower and trying to looks like induce vomiting She's just going like, I'm not going to make it. I don't want to make this gross noise into the podcast. But imagine a cat trying to throw up a hairball.
Sure.
Oh, no.
She's extremely tied up, arms and legs bound. She's just like a big worm.
Okay. Bill says, "Hey, gross. What are you doing?"
You say that. You rolled a 7, so you didn't get here in time to stop this.
Okay.
She throws something up into the shower, and it clatters onto the ground.
Oh, is it?
Oh, my God. This bitch ate like a fucking bomb or some shit, didn't she?
Laura, can you describe to Leon and Quinn what an NFT looks like?
Oh god. So an NFT is a non-fungible target. These are near indestructible shields, sort of shield-like targets that the Bozogs basically created to practice doing super cool kicks against, because regular targets just kept breaking from a single kick and they needed something to, something solid to practice their kicks against. They come in many designs, usually with garish, low-quality AI-generated art printed on them, so everyone can feel like they've got their own little custom one. But yeah, this is a super strong target, sort of metallic target with, I don't know, probably a pixel art ape on it somewhere.
It has Veltari's own face, smiling in a really awful pixel style. But it's a small target, but that's what clatters into the drain as you walk over. And Veltari slumps back, still tied up, and just starts laughing.
Okay. Bill doesn't entirely know what this is, but decides to confiscate it.
Yeah, you pick it up. It
right.
is a metal and small, and it doesn't seem to have any way to interact with it necessarily.
Okay, I'm putting down on my equipment that I have an NFT now, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bill says, "You get up from out of there. I need to drag. Oh, I have to drag you somewhere again, up to the front of the ship. Let's go." And Bill attempts to do that.
Yeah, you just drag Veltari out. She doesn't put up any resistance. She might be singing a song again.
Okay.
Just like a drunken sailor song. As you pull her, Trizzy, you're finishing up your repairs. Cecilia, you can hear the sound of Bill Webb dragging someone.
So, is like the existence of an NFT, because it like destroyed that facility, is like inherently dangerous?
It sounds like you want to make Arcana to understand this technology.
I rolled an 11, but it almost looked like it was going to be a 20 on my screen.
An 11. So I think if you hear Bill Webb dragging Veltari, you walk over, you see that Bill has confiscated this little metal target with Veltari's face on it. You're like, oh, this is dangerous. That's what blew up the station. We're all in danger. Veltari brought us out. You don't know how. You don't know the mechanism. You don't know, exactly how you're being fucked. But Veltari brought you out here to kill you, and you're all in a lot of danger. This is what she wanted.
Okay. Bill says, "Hey guys, what's this thing?"
I don't know how this thing works. But like, part of me wants to be like Saeed in the last season of Lost, where I just grab this thing and run down a hallway and explode and hopefully save everybody. But I feel like that's not how this works.
Can I roll to find out if Trizzy knows anything about how NFTs work?
I mean, I think you're absorbed in repairs. I would say.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I think Cecilia, with this roll of 11, I'm not going to tell you if that's a good or bad idea, but it's an idea, which seems like more than anyone else has.
Yeah, I'm going to say this thing's dangerous, right? So I'm going to try to get it, and like, if there's still repairs being made, so is there still like a space of vacuum that I can like toss this through?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I want to attempt that. This is probably a bad idea, but I rolled badly. I'm sorry.
All right, Bill, you hand the non-fungible target to Cecilia, who runs to like the one window that Trizzy hasn't fixed. Can I get a perception check from you?
Absolutely.
It's already gone from my equipment. It's already gone from my equipment list. These NFTs just barely exist.
How does a 14 sound, Mr. Yorsky?
14 is above average, so I'm going to give you one thing, and there's going to be a complication. So you whip this NFT out the window, like full on pitcher strength. You know, you're just trying to heave it like Randy Johnson, and it goes, and then there's no air or gravity, and it just kind of floats away in a straight line, and you watch it go, and it's glinting in the starlight, and you're standing there watching it. And Trizzy walks over, and I assume you are about to fix this window.
Yeah.
And then take the ship in, and then you win. It's all over. But you got above average, so you see something, which is behind the NFT, coming in your direction, is a light, and the light is getting brighter, and it is getting bigger, and it is coming towards you.
Is like, I guess I'm trying to comprehend this. Is this like a sniper scope kind of light, or is this like a light from the Aeons kind of light?
I'm guessing this is a Bozog ship coming to get Veltari because they are tracking the NFT. They've found its location on the blockchain.
Fuck. Because the blockchain was so fucking incredible, I'm gonna say that's not 100% correct, but it's so close that you all can be like, oh, okay, something's tracking the NFT, it's coming. Battle stations or something, yeah, this is it. This is the final boss fight, it's coming towards you, it's tracked the NFT. Roll initiative. It's still too far away to know exactly what it is, but...
Trizzy is gonna grab that radio again and go... we've given you some time. We think we are at risk. The prisoner we are trying to transport to you may be being tracked. Can we please get permission to board your ship and bring you the prisoner?
10-4 pilot. Once you've secured the final window on your vessel, you can dock in docking bay 1B.
Okay. Austin, how close am I to fixing this? Is this maybe a round or two and I can, get us going?
Yeah, that might be the race. If we want to do a little bit of race here, do you have, you roll proficiency to see how fast you can fix this place?
Yeah, let's go for it. Because, yeah, if I can't directly attack that incoming ship yet, 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really good. So, Trizzy, you just climb up the wall and start, hammering madly to secure the last window. It is now Bill Webb's turn. You see this light in the distance getting bigger and closer and brighter.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything? Trizzy's almost done with the ship.
Well, since Bill can't attack this thing and can't help fix the ship, what he does instead is make himself look really tall, which is a thing that animals do sometimes to intimidate foes. So that is what he does during his turn, because there is nothing he can do. I don't think I. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna
roll intimidation.
I'm gonna intimidate this godlike light that's coming after me.
Mm-hmm.
By looking a little taller. 12. Yeah.
12 is not good enough, so you stand up real tall, and then you feel a sharp pain as Veltari bites you on the leg.
Wow, mean.
16, is that gonna hit?
Let me check. I have armor class 15, so yeah, I guess so.
All right, you take 6 damage, and your AC is lowered by 1.
Son of a bitch! All right, I am at 23 hit points now. Oop, there we go.
Yep,
right.
So Veltari latches onto Bill Webb's leg, and we have reached enemy turn. And so this giant bright light is getting closer and bigger and brighter, and suddenly it shoots a projectile at the ship. Everyone, dexterity saving throw to not be hurt by being thrown around in the cabin as a giant ball of fire hits the side of the Nautiloid.
27.
Hell yeah. Dexterity save.
I get 10.
This has been so much for the baby. So much. I really, I'm glad we had a moment to connect, but I really feel like we shouldn't have brought Grogu on this adventure.
All right, the only person who fails is Bill Webb. I think probably because you're getting bit on the ankle. So you take only 1 damage. I rolled very poorly there. I think as you just kind of, are thrown to the ground.
Okay.
It seems like you're fighting Veltari.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going to fight the big ball of light, which just shot fire at the ship. I don't know, Trizzy, you're hanging on by, a beam as you're fixing the window. Cecilia, you're holding Mathers, who I guess grabs the wall with tendrils.
Yeah. I like to, we haven't like characterized it, but I want Mathers to be having a very Grogu-like adventure where this is all silly and fun for him. Because the audience is mostly children who are watching this. So you need to make sure that they know Grogu's safe.
All right, it is your turn. Do you want to do anything before the big ball of light gets here?
Cecilia is going to run back up to the front of the ship and try to find wherever like our radar sensors are to try to like be like, is this someone like I don't know what our version of hyperspacing is, ice cream shooting or something like that. Lick 'em slide. I want to see if someone's coming in at us, basically.
Yep, if you're going to use the sensors to detect the anomalies around you, that's a nature check.
Oakley dokley. How does a 13 sound, Mr. Yorsky?
It is above average, so I'm going to give you 2 things. One just happens because it's getting close enough for you to see, and the other is I'm going to give you a little detail. So here's the thing that is approaching the nautiloid.
Oh, wow. He's got a face and everything.
Oh, that's just a scary face made of smoke with flames for eyes.
It's like the Joker face, like a Joker face or a goblin face with fire.
What if the Green Goblin got Ghost Rider powers?
Yeah.
Great chin, though. Great chin.
I mean, it sure is a chin.
It has teeth. That's a little disturbing. Why does it have teeth?
So there is a large face moving towards you. That's correct. However, unlike this picture, which is a generic face, this is the face of Veltari. You see looking out this window, eyes and mouth full of fire. And with your 13 nature roll, I'm going to say that, Cecilia, you identify this as a murder comet, which is a...
Holy fuck, that thing's so metal.
Yes, this is something someone can do, basically imbue a comet with a desire to kill and link it to an NFT. So this comet with fire inside of it, which it can spit, in addition to just ramming through you, is just going to the source of the NFT that was triggered and is going to try to kill everything there.
I didn't know these NFTs had smart contracts. Fuck.
It's non-fungible, bitch, Veltari says. It is your turn, Trizzy.
Right. Have I repaired the ship?
If you want to spend this turn, I will say a best of 3. Last time you succeeded well enough to get 2. So if you do it, we can call it even.
Yeah, let's give it another roll. 19.
Yep. You finish repairs, so you are good to go. Now you'll need to run to the controls and bring it in with a vehicle proficiency roll, and that you can escape. But that's the...
Okay, that's got to wait till next turn?
That's how it's going. Bill Webb.
Okay, Trizzy is sprinting for the front of the ship.
I'm trying to picture... So the murder comet is... I'm just trying to picture, like, where this is in relation to Bill. Like, it is outside the ship. I can't just shoot it, is what I'm saying, right?
Let's say, this nautiloid has guns. You can man the guns like in the Millennium Falcon.
Mm. Oh, I was not aware of that. Okay. Okay. Is there a gun within, let's say, range of this turn for Bill Webb?
Absolutely, yeah. There's basically the tendrils of the nautiloid can be like articulated and they shoot like laser beams out of them. So you can just use your normal ranger attacks to represent that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I have 2 attacks. One is the knife and one is the burning hole. Can I just use the burning hole attack damage to represent this, or is that out of... I don't know.
No, you absolutely can.
Oh, okay. Just want to double check before I start rolling things. All right.
Just reflavor your regular stuff as if the ship's doing it.
Okie dokie. All right. This. I fire 14 damage at this comet with a face.
Absolutely. So yeah, you jump into one of the like gunner seats and just start blasting at the comet, like ripping away the cheek of the Veltari face on this comet. And you just see fire inside, and Veltari kind of squeaks on the ground below you, like, "Face me! Stop that! Fucking duck! I hate you!"
Yeah, it's mutual.
All right, the murder comet's turn. It is going to open its mouth, basically Veltari's beaked mouth, and shoot fire. Just breathe hellish flame on the ship. And it's going to be all of you. Let's see. Trizzy 9. We got Bill Webb 20 and Cecilia 10.
Mine's not going to hit, even with my lower AC, thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah, shockingly does not hit me.
That hits me big time.
Bill Webb takes 9 damage.
Cool. I have 11. Wait, yes. Oh God. No, I have 13. Sorry, my brain is bad. I have I have 13 damage.
No, that's good. Yeah, this whole thing has been attrition. Everyone's running out of hit dice. This is the nail-biting climax. Cecilia, your turn.
So I know we established that Trizzy is piloting, but I'm already up here. Can I just try to give it a go and see what happens?
Oh my God.
Up to you. We're going to roll, and then we're going to face the consequences.
All right. I think the thing Cecilia is going to grab the wheel and be like, I'm sure at some point I had to have been a pilot before and is going to try to fly this ship.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Yeah, you just point it in the direction and hit engines, and the whole thing lurches forward. It's not graceful, but you're going.
Yeah. Cecilia is going to be like, yeah, like riding a bike, a space bike, a spaceship bike. Perfect.
All right. Trizzy, it's your turn. You see up ahead of you that Cecilia jumped into the pilot's chair. You still got to get to the Evulsion before the comet rips your ship in half. What do you do?
Now that I'm not piloting the ship, Trizzy is going to try and also man the guns in some way. Basically going to try and use a reflavoring of her lightning launcher to fire some blasts at the comet. 12 for the first hit.
Miss?
Okay, and the follow-up 11.
Nope, neither of those hit.
Some real bad rolls. If only I were piloting the ship. Oh. Okay, that's my turn done.
Yep, the comet gets closer and is going to spit fire, specifically at the cockpit to try to, kill the driver so you don't get away. Saint Cecilia, are you excited for damage, which is French for damage? That's an 8. Oh, that's the wrong roll. Never mind. Foolish, 17 and 22.
To my AC, those are both super hits.
Oh, a super hit. That means you could take double damage.
Oh, no.
There's no such thing as a super hit.
They're les petite damage, then. Sorry.
You take 13.
Man, it would be fucking wild if, that was enough and I just died. I just think of the scene from Serenity. I have a reaction I want to use, Austin.
Hell yeah.
I keep forgetting that I have this thing because I haven't taken much damage, but at level 5, I get an ability as a rogue called Uncanny Dodge. And when someone I could see hits me with an attack, I could use my reaction to have the attack's damage against me. I would like to do that. And in my mind, flavor-wise, you know how, in the Castlevania game, sometimes there was, a backdash you could do where you left, little silhouettes of yourself? It's like that. I just backdash a little bit and just only take half damage.
Okay, but you're in the pilot's chair. Is the ship backdashing? Or are you stationarily backdashing?
I don't know, my head backdashing or something like that. I don't know. Austin, give me the flavor for the moment. It's just about the flavor.
All right, you take half damage as a fireball smashes into the front of the ship. A bunch of alarms are going off, but Trizzy's repairs have held for now. You're getting closer, and it's your turn, Saint Cecilia. Maybe you can get there before the comet hits the ship. What do you do?
I'm going to, now that I've done backdashing, I am going to put my hands back on the wheel and say, well, I don't know this ship. I have no familiarity with it, but I'm still going to be like, all right, you and me have been through a lot. Let's take this home. I rolled a 5.
No. Okay, you try to hit the turbo boost and slam on the emergency brake.
I hit the handbrake on. Like, how long has that been on?
Yeah. I think the Evulsion like lights up your radio and just says like, attention pilot, it appears you have an incoming bogey on your tail. What's the situation?
Trying to get there. Please be patient.
Trizzy, we're at your turn.
Trizzy does shout while the radio's going. If you have any projectiles you could shoot at it as well, that would be great.
I think whoever you're talking to on the radio, the Evulsion says, there's a possibility of collateral damage from debris. Are you sure you want us to fire on the bogey?
Give me 2 seconds to decide. Trizzy runs over to also try and hit the turbo button to get us moving again.
Okay. Do you want the Evulsion to fire on the murder comet?
Well, what I want to see is, can Trizzy hit the button and see whether we stall out or whether we start moving? Because if we start moving, no. If we don't start moving, yes.
Okay, so it's Trizzy's turn. You want to make that, make that roll, and then I guess we'll see.
Okay. 3.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. I think you and Cecilia are fumbling at the controls, which is interesting to me because Viltari's still on the floor behind Bill Webb and is not being confronted, so she bites Bill Webb in the butt.
Son of a bitch.
13.
No. I have Armor Class 14 because of all the negative Armor Class stuff that's been happening to me, but that should miss, right?
Yeah, Veltari is just like gnawing futilely on your duck booty.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't say duck booty like that, Yorsky.
It's delicious. I've enjoyed a duck booty in my day.
Am I?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so considering that the engine has stalled and we're not moving, Trizzy will grab the radio and say, risk of collateral damage understood, please fire.
All right. I'm going to attack the murder comet with a battery from the Evulsion. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
29. That's going to hit. This would have been like if for some reason you were like, oh yeah, we try to fight the Evulsion because we're cool. So 43 damage as it rips across the murder comet with a barrage. And it is Bill Webb's turn. The murder comet's still coming.
Okay. I guess I fire the cannon again. Here goes the cannon. 13. And just, I wanted to be clear that when Bill is firing this cannon and pressing all the buttons, it's not graceful at all. Like, he is turning his wings into fists in a way that should not be possible, like a DuckTales character. And it's just like whamming on like the control panel.
Yeah. So you use the gun again, Bill Webb. You're getting gnawed on by Veltari, and you just unload again into the murder comet, and your barrage hits it dead center, and it just comes apart. It like splits apart. You see its mouth open, and like a terrifying rictus as the fire inside becomes basically a hail of projectiles. You have killed the murder comet. It is still coming towards you because of momentum.
Right. Okay. That is all. Those are all the things I can do. I guess since talking is a free action, also in my turn, I say, "Watch out! It's a bunch of them now."
So the murder comet is dead and can no longer spit fire at you, but Veltari will once again try to have some duck for lunch. Nope, 7. She's very frustrated. She tries to her arms and legs are tied up. She's trying to worm her way up to bite you in other places, and is just futilely slapping at you with her fucking mouth.
Hilarious.
Poor girl.
And that is enemy turn. Cecilia, there's just this huge flaming ball of wreckage which has come apart like shrapnel.
Saint Cecilia is going to notice that we've kind of stalled and be like, I think I used to have something like this. I think you just had to jiggle the key the right way and try to get us going. I rolled a 17. You had to jiggle the key, Austin.
Yep, you hit it. Okay, so here's what's going to happen is you're going to hit the turbo boost, and whether or not you get out of the way of the debris field before it hits everybody is going to be dexterity saving throws, because basically you are all you're all in the path of what is now a deadly... you ever see the movie Gravity?
Yeah.
Let's say yes. 14.
Dexterity.
That's all. Sandra Bullock.
Is that all of us doing it?
Everybody dexterity saving throw as, the remains of the murder comet rain down on your nautiloid.
Okay, I rolled 25. I would hope that would do it.
20.
Yeah.
25 and 20 are perfect. Nothing happens there. I think, Cecilia, you're gunning it with your 14. You fail, so you're like, oh my god, it's so close. Here comes the debris. Here comes the fire. Yes, we just did it. We just cleared in time. And a single shard, like a bullet, rips through the windshield and hits you.
Oh my god, this is Serenity.
I was just... Oh my god.
Like a leaf on the wind, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an ability the murder comet has called Explode. When the comet hits 0 hit points, it explodes. Fire damage on a failed save. Here we go. We love to see damage. 11.
I actually am fine, but flavor-wise, I would still like to backdash out of some of it and just go tumbling like ass over head, basically. Try to backdash away from a fireball.
Yeah, so a shard rips through the windshield, hits you like a bullet. You topple out of the chair. Everyone's like, oh my god, they got Cecilia. She's dead. And then you backdash.
Yeah, I just send myself a little bit backwards, but I do look like shit. Lot of blood.
Trizzy assumes Cecilia is dead and just jumps on the controls to be like, we just gotta get in here.
DM Razubi Craft, you're clear for landing. You have exited the debris zone. And Trizzy, you're trying to bring it in. Cecilia, you're on the ground bleeding. Mathers floats over to you and puts a tentacle on the bleeding wound in you, takes a little sip, and says, "Thank you."
Oh, you're very welcome. Are you having fun?
I'm having lots of fun. I've never had friends before.
I was going to say, is it better than Mario?
I can't taste Mario.
Well, we're going to need to work on some of your phrasing, but you're okay, little man. I'm just going to rest my head here and try not to bleed out, but, we'll see how the day goes.
All right, so you have cleared the debris of the murder comet. Trizzy is landing the craft. You have gotten to the Evulsion safely. Veltari is going to be taken in for the murders. Your names are cleared. Everything's good. At which point, Veltari flops over to Mathers and positions a razor-sharp talon against his big eye and says, "Nobody move or the baby gets it."
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I want to do something to stop this. But again, we've made the comparison. If this is Grogu, he just slaps that fucking tendril and knocks her out or some shit, right? This is where he uses his Jedi powers and saves himself.
Yeah, I mean, I would like someone to roll to help me with that. So rather than make it a DM decision.
What do I need to roll?
How much does Mathers weigh?
Yeah, it's a baby.
Okay, I would like to catapult the baby in the general direction, with the hope that Mathers will sort of cause some loss of consciousness.
All right, pay me this picture. You win.
Okay. Trizzy looks to Mathers and says, "Are you ready to fly?"
Yeah, I want to fly.
And Trizzy will sort of hold Mathers and then just magically project forward with the palm. Mathers just right towards that head.
So you knock out the villain with the baby? Just hit her in the face with the baby until you win?
Yes, I hit her in the face with a baby, who either from the collision or from a little bit of blood consumption following the collision causes a lack of consciousness.